What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to Barley Studios. Now, today in the studio, I'm doing an unboxing slash kind of review of a display item that I have for my art booth. I'm starting to collect all the things that I need to create an art booth before I actually just launch into just selling art out in the field, out at craft shows and art shows and antique shows and things like that. However, that is the venture that I am working towards, and in doing so, I'm slowly starting to accumulate some of the things that I would need for a booth. One of those things in this video, we're going to be creating and building and unboxing and putting together an awesome 3-tier shelf. It comes with black framing, and then it has screws that are already included in the kit. Now, if you're interested in this item for your craft booth or display for your shop, then you can find that in my Amazon affiliate list below, and that is under the craft show. So you can find that under the craft show playlist. Otherwise, guys, let's go ahead and get this box put on my workstation here. Let's get it unboxed and let's get this thing assembled. And I will also show you a few little clips at the very end of the video of how I potentially could use this to display tumblers or sculptures or something like that. Let's get to it, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and unpackage and get this thing put together. Now, again, this is the 3-tier retail table display. Now it's just kind of like 3-tiered, like back to back to back in a stair fashion, and it's going to be great for perhaps maybe like displaying 3D models or a diorama sculptures of small stature, as well as maybe some tumblers, things like that. And I am, after all, adding this to my trade show or art fair booth. And this would be displaying different things in a tiered fashion. I'll probably make this a Mod Podge of different pieces of art on one of these tables or these little 3-tier stand. And I'll probably get another one of these so I can put them side by side. So now these do come with very, very lustrous pieces of wood. These pieces of wood look really great. It comes with very simplistic instructions, but I mean, anybody in their right mind could be able to figure this out. Am I in my right mind? Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and get these screws pulled out here. We're just going to put these together. Now, it does come with a little L-shaped Allen wrench that you can use to put these together. It's very simplistic, very easy. Now, later on down the road, I may sand these boards down after they get super aged and deteriorated. And I want to make some acrylic poured wood boards to go on these frames. But for now, because the wood looks so absolutely great, I'm just going to run with what I have now. There's no point in destroying the wood finish just because I want it to be all matchy for my my booth setup. I'm going to have a yellow banner as well as a yellow tent, and I'm thinking I'm going to do black table covers. But for now, I'm just going to run with what I have as default. But I'm not going to destroy these pieces of wood that I'm attaching these with. I will make brand new ones that would either allow me to use this nice stained wood finish, or I could use a really abstract, like kind of acrylic pour type of surface. If I do create something like that, I will create a video about me making those boards later on down the road. It'll attach to the actual framing of the L-shape, type of frames the exact same way. But it will be its own video. So maybe a year or 2 years from now, stay tuned for that. I may make a whole little project video series where I'm just kind of like customizing a bunch of the different display types of stands and things like that I have for my booth, and make them super matchy to the overall theme of my booth, if that makes any sense. So these do have a little bit of give to them. You can move them back and forth ever so slightly, and allows you to adjust how far out and like forward or back you would like the shelves to sit. And I really don't think it much of a difference, because whatever you have standing on it, it's going to have a natural tiered effect anyways. So if you have really wide art on it, obviously it's going to be more noticeable than if you put a bunch of narrow things on it. If you put all the same size, like I'm going to do with tumblers or something like that, then you really don't have to worry about that, because it's all really uniform, and they all stand exactly the same width and depth on the stands. So it's usually, I don't want to have a bunch of the items like touching and hitting each other on the stands. But if I do bring, say, like 15 to 20 tumblers to stack on here, and then people can scan the QR code, and then theirs is ordered to my shop. So that means that they can scan the QR code, pay, They can see the display in my booth, but they don't have to carry it around with them. They can just order it, and then they'll receive their item in like a week to 2 weeks out of my studio. I'll probably keep a little bit of on-hand inventory available to customers who just really want to purchase and have it there immediately. But I'll probably also give like a discount to somebody who wanted to order like off the QR code and just have it drop shipped to them. Maybe like an incentive to me not having to have bags or packaging stuff there in my booth. Instead, I can just showcase what I have as far as artwork, and they can just order it, and I can just have it shipped to them in a more professional manner. Attaching these screws to the last little board here, and then I'll tighten them all down to absolute perfection. Don't over tighten them. You don't want to do that because these are like already countersunk with little thread inserts in the boards. Very professional made. I like them. They even have little rubber soles on the bottom of the metal rails. Very nice. Tightening the other side there, and we can flip this bad boy over. Adjusting camera there. Don't judge me, guys. Look how great this looks. Absolutely awesome. And I did receive this as a gift. It was on my Amazon affiliate list. And if you're interested in this, it is on my Amazon affiliate list in the description below. It is absolute amazing price. And look how great that wood looks. It's very vibrant and lustrous and looks really nice. I like it. It does feel like it's going to last a very long time as far as just the overall texture and finish of the wood. Here's just a showcase of what it looks like. Just a slow-mo showcase pan over. Looking really good. Look at the finish on that wood panel board. Looking really good though, right? I'm definitely going to have to get another one of these to go alongside this one. That way I can just extend the overall length quite a bit. And I can attach those underneath like the board with some attaching hardware or something like that, so they don't shift around too much on the tabletop. But pretty cool overall. I saw I get some tabletops and covers and things like that, and I'll cover those in the future videos of this overall playlist. So make sure you stay tuned. Again, if you want to find this in my affiliate list below, you can get that one of your own for a great price. Really cool, right? Look how great that looks. Now, I don't have it loaded down fully with a bunch of stuff, just a few things that I had here in the studio that might end up in a trade show, just to showcase the overall shelving unit itself. If I wanted to push all this together, I could fit quite a bit of pieces of art on there as far as tumblers, things like that. And what do you think, guys? I think this display kind of 3-tiered shelf looks absolutely phenomenal. Again, I'm gonna have to get me another one of these because it is really great. And it's also giving me a little like 3-tier way of storing some of these tumblers off to the side in the studio here. And now eventually I'll probably get another 2 or 3 of these, depending on how many tumblers that I have to sell in my art booth. However, this is just the start of this overall journey to create an entire art booth. Now, the first few stages of this is just me buying things to house and put into the actual booth itself. So tables, we'll do like a table review later. We'll do like tablecloth reviews, things like that. And it's just very simplistic, very easy overall. Now, my wish list, a lot of the stuff is in my Amazon affiliate list below under kind of like art trade show playlist, as it were. So you can find that in the description below, as well as this 3-tier shelf, as well as all my Amazon affiliate list, which is just pretty cool. I'm really happy with the overall finish of the wood, and I'm really just happy with it. I think it's going to last a very long time, and as long as I don't let water sit on it out in the environment, it's going to last a very long time. Eventually, I may come in later and I may make some epoxy poured like pieces of wood or something that would mirror the same overall paint or color theme of my booth. But I'm not going to do that right now. That'll be much later on down the road after I'm really settled into the booth and the theme of the color and things like that. And that would be its own entire video of me creating that out of like an epoxy pour and stuff like that. Whatever I do with that, it would have to be, of course, heat resistant and weather resistant, so it doesn't like get a lot of heat and sun from the outside areas of the art booth and then it just melt away or start to give way with all the items on top of it. That would just be a disaster. But that'll be a separate video later on down the road. So make sure you check out this playlist later on down the road for that content. Again, I'm really happy with it. I'll be able to put tumblers on it, sculptures, dioramas, and things like that, as long as they're not too large. But I could sit this a little bit further back on the fold-out table, and then I can put items in front of it if I choose to, or I could put like a little sign on front of it. It's enough room to where I can have tags hanging off of each item, or like a QR code. I could attach a QR code platelet to the very front of that, so that if somebody wanted to order something specifically from my website, instead of carrying this around with them for the whole trade show or art show, they could just scan that QR code and order it online. And because I'm not having to package it or do a transaction there in the trade show, they can maybe get a small discount, like $3 or $4, or maybe $5. So, and then they can just have it drop shipped to them, which is pretty cool. Now, the next video in this overall content is going to be a canvas storage unit. It has like posts that come up out of some base plates, and it just holds canvases vertical, so that people could like flip through prints or panel boards, and they can find a painting that they like. It's also a tabletop item as well, but we will be doing an assembly of that, and then just an overall general review. You can find that again in my Amazon affiliate list below also, as well as all the multitude of things that I have liked and have on my wish list, at least at this point in time. It's ever changing, ever evolving, but I do hope you guys like this video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and check out some of the other art videos that I have. I've got tons of videos for you to enjoy, guys, whether you're into tumblers, sculpting, painting, whatever you're into. I got some content for you guys. I will see you guys on the next awesome content video from Byerly Studios. Later.